6,290 pounds, including both a living room slide and a full bedroom slide out. We've got ourselves a little time capsule kept Windjammer here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, with a cool front kitchen, like I said, great rear bedroom with fantastic storage. And this floor plan is very cool. This is what I like to refer to as a portable park model, because this floor plan is awesome for getting someplace and just staying for a while. But due to the Rockwood's superior suspension, the V-nose, the short length, and the lighter weight, it's also very, very towable. Now, whether it's top to bottom, inside and out, this thing is clean and well kept. That vaulted ceiling giving us a nice big open feeling when we get there. We've got double ducted AC on this. There's 2 AC runs coming off that machine so that we always get good airflow here. We are going to start up on the business end of this, the front V-nose kitchen, because that's really the signature calling card of this model. And it's an atypical design, but it is atypically awesome. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. The amount of total countertop prep space that you get, especially when that solid surface sink cover and stove are all folded down, they're fantastic. You've got a great little coffee maker corner, plenty of upper and lower storage space here, and I loved the hickory wood tone generation that these Rockwoods had. This is one of my favorite interior looks at these things. I've always thought it looked great. Now, you might be looking over here at the kitchen, I guess proper, as it were, and you're going, yeah, but there's no pantry. Rockwood's always been able to do a little bit more than most brands. They just move the pantry over here into the slide out. And what that does is it gets this huge chunk of storage space in the slide out and off the floor plan so that this thing looks, feels, breathes bigger, easier, nicer, larger. Windows are going to open for airflow. There are day and night shades all the way around here. That is a, I believe, what year is this? I think that's an airbed style hide-a-bed right there. And other, like the little squish on the cushions, it's the only thing in this RV that shows any ounce of use or wear. The TV is positioned directly across from the sofa for easy viewing. You've got a Bluetooth DVD player up there on the left with your master control panel right by the door right when you walk in. And I love that big campside window. A fully free-floating table with a nice hardwood top allows you to use that either for picnic purposes, or you could fold it down to sleep on it, or you could slide that table over there and create yourself a little bit of a dinofa, as my buddy Greg in Michigan says, and you could, you know, be able to, I don't know why, watch the Honeymooners popped into my head. I mean, that show wasn't even on the air when I was a kid. I don't know why that just jumped in my head. Anyway. So, moving back here, in the hallway, we've got dual access doors. One to the bedroom, one to the bathroom. We're going to look at the bedroom first and then swing back around to the bathroom because there's also dual doors to the bathroom. You've got great headboard side windows right here so you can get some great cross breezes come through. I love the stands right in the slide out, but if you notice, if you got rid of those, you could swap out from this residential queen to a king bed. So if you did want a little bit bigger mattress in here, you could do that at the sacrifice of those side stands. And the folks that bought this one from us here at Haylett's, I don't think I mentioned that. This is one owner. We originally sold it to the folks who owned it. They just basically never used it. They used it once or twice. They thought they'd try out a motorhome and ended up discovering that they happen to be motorhome people instead of towable people. So there you go. Bedroom TV back here swings around to give you a good view from the bed area, and check out the extra storage. That's one of the cool things about the way Rockwood does these bedrooms. You have that huge closet and plenty of dresser space below. Not to mention the fact you have an easy lift bed on gas struts. Where's the handle? I say easy lift and then I, can't find this thing. There we go. Now, the original RVQ outside grill is down there. You see, like, water hoses, electrical, all your normal stuff. But so that you really don't have to lift the bed if you don't want to, Rockwood gives you a pair of big extension drawers right here. But what's neat is you get to see that anything Rockwood builds, like that dinette, will be built the same way. It's all a welded aluminum cage. They just go bananas with their aluminum over at Rockwood. Now, over here in the bathroom, we've got a porcelain foot flush stool. And Rockwood's, for many, many years, been very good about dedicating storage and linen space in the bathroom itself, so you don't have to do the nudist camp streak to go get a towel if you forgot one. Also, Max Air vent fan up here with, or it might have been Fantastic Fan, whatever in this year, but the fact is bigger vent fan with a roof vent cover. And again, that thing is spick and span clean because once again, they never used it. A corner shower instead of a travel trailer tub. Rockwood was also ahead of the curve on that one right there. The vaulted ceiling plus the skylight makes it pretty tall person friendly. Also, easy to miss the fact that over here in the sink, that is a very deep stone cast sink, not a plastic sink. So you can, go absolutely crazy pouring scalding hot water into that thing. Or, frankly, if you happen to drop something heavy into it, it's not likely to break the way a plastic sink could. And just like the inside, the outside of this thing is gleaming. It is truly in, basically factory fresh condition outside, having been stored indoors when it wasn't being used, which has been almost the entire life that this RV has existed. It just remarkable shape. It looks like somebody buried it, sealed it in concrete, and like I said, put it in a time capsule. Now, cool thing on these Windjammers is the extra V-nose up here, it's kind of like bonus interior space because it's built out over the tongue, if you notice. And what that allows for is you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, but you're not robbing anything outside that was being used. All you're doing is using the tongue space in a different way. It also encloses and helps protect those propane tanks, which is kind of neat. And down inside here, you also have just a real simple but effective battery disconnect switch. That's that little silver plunger there. So the trailer is fully aluminum skeleton, and let me get right down a sidewall here so you can see the high gloss and the gleam on this thing. Now we have power tongue jack. We have 4-corner power stabilizer jacks. We have power awning. Everything on this is push button simple and easy. No fading, no peeling, no weathering of anything, anywhere. The storage below the bed that we saw can be accessed from inside or outside, so that's kind of a handy little feature here. And notice that even that bedroom slide is a full, 3-foot deep slide. That's another what I call Rockwood doing Rockwood things sort of feature, where they are very willing to make their stuff a little bit bigger, deeper, thicker, etc. The roof, you can get up and walk all over the place. I've been up there. It looks clean, looks well kept. Note this big power awning and how it clears both entry doors. Also, take note of the awning tube itself. It's aluminum shielded so that when the awning is in the storage position, it's not being weathered and worn down, because you could have your awning put away on the sunniest days all the time to keep it from getting eaten up, but the fact is the base of the awning most of the time is not protected. But here on the Rockwood it is. Isn't that kind of cool? We have all of our hookups kind of in one handy little spot, and both entry doors get the same treatment. So there's not like a main and then an off door. They both have triple steps, extra large handles, and wider 30-inch entry doors to get you in and out. So over here, you know what? Hold on. Yeah, no, that's a 30-inch entry door in the bedroom. For some reason, I looked at it and thought, wait a minute, was I wrong there? And no, I'm not. I just looked at it at a funny angle. Anyway, outside TV hookups, outside grill connection. We've got black tank flush and whatnot. Now, you're wondering, why is your black tank flush over here? Because your bathroom is on this side, and that's the most direct route to the black tank. Now, I mentioned early on superior suspension. Rockwoods ride on a 4-wheel independent torsion axle and suspension system. What that lets them do, because it works very different from conventional leaf springs. If you're going around a corner at higher speeds, the way that it will transfer stress, it will help the trailer stay flat and level, and this thing will corner like it's on rails, which is very handy when you are on those curly Q, highway exits. Whereas a normal leaf spring, it'll actually cause body roll on the trailer that will effectively try to pull you off the road. You won't have that happen here. One last question people often ask on these is, does that V-nose design help cut headwinds? And yeah, it does pretty much exactly what you would think it would do. It's just kind of a one of those things, like people are asking, well, why aren't the Windjammers in production now from Rockwood? Why did they end these? And it wasn't because they weren't popular. It's because the other stuff that Rockwood builds was so overwhelmingly popular that they just needed the production time in the factories. These things are great. These things are absolutely great, and people come out of the woodwork to find them when they can get a hold of them now, since they are not in the new market. And frankly, guys, when you find a Rockwood in the used market, especially one like this, it hasn't been used, basically. I mean, it was barely used 1 year, and then it just sat stored in a barn. And we went through it, fired everything up, we made sure it works. It's ready to camp. Nobody's used it. It's raring to go. So, where are you? Give us a call. We'll get you camping. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.